Hi dancers, here in my house again with all of you. What I'm filming today is level 1 of the point class. That would be the class that would be your first point class. My Ballet 5 girls, you were doing the level 2 this past year with me, so we tripled up everything. Ballet 6 girls, you haven't done level 3 yet, but you did level 1 and level 2 with me. Level 3 is everything that we do at the bar with one hand on the bar. So my Ballet 5 and Ballet 6 girls only, I'd like you to start with this basic level facing the bar, where we do everything 2 times, and then progress to 3 times. Ballet 5s, you'll just stay with that, the same that we did last year. You can add some of the poses that we did down the bar and our bourrées as well. Only the Ballet 6 girls can turn and do the one hand. And then don't forget that, of course, you have to do both sides. But everybody else, we're going to learn level 1 today. I'm going to start with my bare feet today for the first couple of exercises because you can see the articulation that's so important with my bare feet a little bit better than when I put my ballet slippers on. Just before we start the exercises, I just want to go over a couple of things, remembering about our alignment. We know how important that is for all of our dancing, all of our choreography and our exercises. Still exactly the same for point work. Make sure that our back and our core muscles are really strong and controlled. We want to make sure that we're really aware of our intrinsic foot muscles. Those are all the muscles inside of our feet, because our feet, like our hands, are very, very complicated. So we want to make sure that we're standing really clean on our foot. I'm standing parallel, but if we were turned out, so you're not collapsing towards baby toe. You're not collapsing towards big toe. Your weight's not way back on your heels, but it's distributed really cleanly over your foot, nice and strong, so that as I move through the positions up to my high demi point and then eventually continuing up onto my point work, that everything stays nice and square. My heel stays in line with the center of my foot, my knee, my heel, right over the center of my foot, not collapsing towards big toe or baby toe. Just one quick little note. Most of you have heard me say this a number of times, that there is no difference between point work and any of the other exercises that we do. It's just a 4th level where we're up onto the point shoes. But the work, all of the exercises are exactly the same, whether I'm on my demi point or whether I'm on my full point. So these exercises are fantastic whether you're on point or off point. So that's our feet. Intrinsic muscles are strong, stable, not crooked, not rolling. Into our VMO muscle. And that's the muscle that stretches our knee. So I'm not using the joint of my knee to stretch and then hurting my joint. I'm using the VMO muscle, and it's a big teardrop muscle. You can see it when the leg is relaxed, and then when I switch it on, and that's what locks my knee, is this intrinsic muscle. You can see actually where my tights are cut with the color. That's sort of part of the line of the VMO muscle there. It's a very big muscle, and that joins into our third thing that's really important, is into our turnout muscles. So the VMO has to be working as well as into the turnout muscles, high up on the leg and into the bottom of our tush. So from our feet, not rolling, because that affects my VMO muscle and that affects my turnout muscles, and into the posture. So they're all connected. It's not separate. We talk about them separately, but they're all connected. So here we go into our first exercise. And it's they're called mini rises because there's 4 little levels to them. In the level 1 that I'm showing right now, we're just going to be doing 3 because we don't have our point shoes. So the 4th level of the rise, we're not going on to our points. We're just going up quarter point, demi point, high demi point, and then we're gonna hold at the top there because we don't have our pointers to continue on. So we do 4 of these rises. So, and it's very slow. Please do not rush. You'll hear in the music, it's a 3/4. So you've got 1 and up, down and up. And then I go through the next level, the demi point, just halfway up, and slow lower, and then high up, as high as I can get up without rolling my feet, and roll back down using my turnout muscles. VMOs must stay on. And the 4th time we just go up again to our high 3/4 point and slow lower. So what I don't want to see is us going up and holding up on the rise and lower and hold. From the time we start with the music, and there's a nice little stretch out at the end of this exercise to give our calves a little massage, until we finish that stretch and finish the exercise, then we stop. From the time we start these exercises until they finish, it's continuous movement. So except for when we're actually up holding a balance, but even then we're thinking about up, 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 not being static. So here we go with our first exercises. These are the mini rises because there's 4 levels to them. Articulating those feet, make sure you find the alignment of the body first. VMOs are switched on. Turnout muscles, tummy and back. Everything's turned on. Halfway. All the way up. Make sure the VMO stays straight. Again. Up, up, up. Lower, lower, lower. Repeat the same. Quarter. Halfway. Make sure it stays on, don't let it relax. Here comes our stretch out. One leg stays in front, right leg goes back. Don't transfer the weight, keep it forward. Left leg. Nice stretch out in the calf. And now we're going to roll the feet on the demi point, other way. Roll the ankle, other foot. Roll it out. It's kind of sickling a little bit. That's okay. It's about the ankle. Now peel the foot. Keep the knees centered. Nice and tall. Test to make sure that you're light on your heels, not rolling. Good. Exercise number 2 is rolling through the feet. So you're going to roll onto your demi point in a demi-plie and stretch up. We'll have a little balance at the top there for, you can let go of the bar for a couple of counts just to test, or you can just release the bar lightly. So we're in our first position still, and we go, make sure everything is switched on. VMO muscles, careful with the feet, tummy and back. And we demi-plie. And stay in your demi-plie, so don't pop up as you roll your feet. Just the feet and ankles are working. Roll to your demi point. Careful here that you don't sickle or roll. Make sure from your demi-plie that you roll. Keep the heels right over the middle toe and the knees. Roll onto my demi point. And I stretch up and hold. Little balance at the top. And we roll back down. Roll through the feet. Again, keep the height of your demi-plie. And then we stretch. Make sure the VMOs switch on to do a very slow rise. Up through those positions of the feet. And slowly back down again to finish the rise. And we'll repeat that. We do that 2 times. And then we have a little stretch out at the end of that one as well. All right, so here's our rolling through the feet. Plie. Balance. Fingertips back, plie over, high 3/4. Plant the heels, stretch up, make sure you're straight before you start the rise. Repeat, plie. Roll over. This is where the girls are going on their points. Stretch up. Balance. Tummy, make sure the VMOs are stretched. Reverse. High, push those heels over. Plie. Stretch up. Legs are straight. 5, 6, 7. Stretch out. Foot goes on top of the knee. And you go down in a demi-plie. And just slightly stick the bum out. Keep the shoulders over your hips though. And you should feel a nice little stretch in your glute muscles. And the other foot. And go down. Tilt the pelvis just a little bit to stretch out the glute muscles. And finish. Good, dancers. The next exercise is our échappés. So I'm going to change into my shoes because it's hard to do échappés in bare feet. So now we're going to start to do faster relevés. So we have to really be careful that as we échappé that we don't lose our turnout or roll and sickle our foot. So these are from 5th position. Boy, it feels strange to have ballet slippers on. So in 5th position, of course it starts with a juicy plie because it's a releve, and I'm going to échappé my legs out to à la seconde, just on the outside of my hips. Échappé. 3/4. Lower my heels with straight legs and plie. Releve. Hold the 3/4. Heels, plie. Releve. 3/4. Heels, plie. Releve. Close to 5th with the left foot. Releve 5th, sous, and plie. And then we reverse the whole thing. All right. And we'll do 2 sets of that. Right and left. Ballet 5 and 6 girls, you can do the right, left, so you double up the amount that we do. Here we go, échappés from 5th. Really make sure those VMOs are switched on. Don't change the chest or the tush when you do the pliés from the échappé and the relevés. Make sure everything stays. We know that alignment. Ears, shoulders, hips, feet, right? So it doesn't change. Here we go. Let's do some rallies. Reverse. Straight, plie. Straight, 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 plie. So the next one is called, and dancers, I will send you your own copy of the music too, so that those of you, the Ballet 5 and 6 girls that are doing a longer version, you'll have the music. We'll all have it. So this is the shaping the foot exercise. And this one, also facing the bar, all of these are facing the bar at this level, is from 5th position. And we peel the which is our right foot, peel it, leave the heel in the front, and you're making like your foot is really like a glove as it goes around. So the heel stays in the front, and I'm trying to wrap my toe so it's in the back of my tendon. You might not have that amount of flexibility yet, so don't worry. It's really important that you keep the heel in the front. So from 5th, it's your turnout. So the toes are going behind. I'm in full turnout. My heel stays there, and I wrap that foot around. And then leave this turnout exactly the same as it leads me to tendu devant, to close. And then I try to mimic that with 2 tendus. Heel leads, toe pulls back, heel leads, toe pulls back. We do that front, side, and back. And then we do a super slow tendu. Tendu second, 2. Lower the heel, so take your time here. 3, I'm just halfway down. 4, with straight legs. Transfer the weight, 5. 6, full turnout, don't lose the turnout. Close through the demi-point, 7, 8. And we're all ready to go into the second side. I'll have to shift my bar back because I'll be way over there. So here we go with our 4th exercise, shaping the foot. It's a really long prep, I believe, with this one, which you'll all recognize the music. So we can do a little prep with our arms too before we take them to the bar. Right? With all of these exercises, you can choreograph your own arm before it goes up to the bar. Here we go, shaping the foot. Make sure you're turned out, PMOs, feet, body. Wrap. Tendu, close. Tendu, heel, toe. Heel, toe. And wrap. Tendu, heel forward, close back. Tendu, flat. Tendu. We go, wrap. And back. Close. Tendu. Close. Tendu. Slow transition now. Take your time. Heel forward. Close to 5th. Wrap. Heel leads. Toe pulls back. Two counts. 1, 2, 3, close back. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Heel in the front. Slow. Don't transfer the weight till the heel goes down. Transfer. Demi point, close. Ta-da. So dancers, just a quick note on that one. The foot position is the same for the front, the side, and the back. So if I'm going to the back, I've just done my last tendu à la seconde and I've closed my foot in the back. So from the back, I go to the very same position, heel in the front, toes in the back. See how I got it there? From fifth position in the back to do the derriere one, the heel leads the way, pushes through the demi point to land. And then my knee and the toe. Heel pulls us in. Toe, the heel should be invisible. Close, toe, heel. It's a little tricky going to the back. Good. So our next one, shaping our foot, our rises. All right. So this is a really important exercise, this next one. It's rises to fifth, very slow. And one of the important things about this exercise is finding our proper fifth susu. So when we go up, rise up, we're going to move our working foot, which will be our right foot, on the first set. So I slide my front foot, but don't overcross. So the toes, the little bit of the big toes should be peeking out. You should see one heel and two little tiny pieces of bits of toes. So don't overcross. Conversely, make sure that you do find fifth susu. So you've got to feel those ankles squeezing together. Ankles, feel the heels, the ankles, the knees, and the thighs. Everything is squeezy together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get you nice and tall there. All right. Ooh, my calf muscles. If you do start to cramp a little bit, just do that. Just do some. I find parallel plies are the best. They give my calf muscles a nice little massage. So here we go with our, I call this a strokey foot on the floor because it's kind of stroking the floor as it slides up and slides out. All right. And this time when we do the transition at the end, the tong liang that we just did with straight legs, we're going to do it with a demi-plie. Please be careful though that we don't change the alignment of the body as we go through the plies. All right. Rise to fifth susu, our strokey foot. It's a really nice exercise. Very slow. Hold, 5, 6, lower straight legs, squeeze the legs together. 1, 2, legs are straight. 4, hold, 5, 6, lower, 7, 8, third time the same. 1, squeeze, don't let go now. As you rise, 5, 6, squeeze to lower, tong liang. Through the plie, transfer, Other side. Plie. Stretch. Strokey foot. Hold. Lower. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze. 7, 8. Third time the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Balance. 5, 6, 7. Stay tall. 1. Demi point. Plie. Transfer. Heel forward. Close. Ta-da. Whew. These are very seemingly simple exercises, but most of you have heard me say this a lot of times. The simpler something is, actually the more difficult it is to execute, because there's no extra bits that take away from just the cleanliness of the basic technique. So whether you're a professional dancer or whether this may be the first year that you're going to go on point, you may not even be going on point. These are really difficult exercises. So after I will give this exercise to you. We don't usually do this one in level 1 in point class until year 2. My Ballet 5 girls, we may have just touched on this a couple of times. This is a really hard exercise because you're posing onto one foot and then relevé on one foot. So we can learn it here on our demi points. Ballet 5 and 6 girls, you can certainly add this to your point repertoire. Ballet 3 girls will be my new Ballet 4s. We won't be adding this one till we're a lot stronger on point, and you'll see why. So this is our last one in this level. It's relevé 1-to-1. All right. Relevé, 3/4, heel, plie. Relevé, 3/4, heel, 2 feet. Échappé, close. Relevé, 5th, and plie. And 1. 3/4, heel, plie. Relevé, 3/4, heel, plie. Relevé, 3/4, heel, 2 feet, échappé, close, 5th, plie. And you'd repeat that right and left, Ballet 5 and 6 girls. So that's all of our first exercises for level 1. As I said, Ballet 5 and 6, you can add the other exercises. And I'm also working on a set of floor exercises for us that will help with new ones for you, that will help with strengthening those VMOs, our body, and especially our ankles and feet. So enjoy. If you have any questions, if it doesn't come through to you clearly, the video or the music, let me know and I'll resend it to you. Take care, everybody.